Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Everyone, welcome to the show. So 38-year-old Oklahoma resident and former Florida man, Casey Cusick, traveled to D.C. with his father, James. James is an ordained minister, and a member of his father's church also went with them, a man named David Lesperance. Lesperance recorded as they were all walking to the Capitol and onto the restricted grounds, and one video showed them walking past security fencing. It had been completely torn down, completely mangled by the mob. And Cusick was heard saying, quote, "Whoa, someone just fell from the wall. Someone just fell from the top of the wall." Well, Lesperance was watching another man scale the Capitol wall, and he mistakenly thought that Casey was referring to that person. So he was heard on video saying, quote, "No, he's hanging on the edge. He's there. He's still there." So their videos show that sometime later they passed additional barricades that still had area closed signs on them. They also passed a line of officers. And as they neared the Capitol, Cusick said, quote, "Pepper spray, Dad." Shortly after that, the three men were captured on surveillance video illegally entering the Capitol. As they entered, you could hear alarms blaring, you could see police in riot gear, and yet they continued on into the building. They made their way to various sections of the Capitol, and while inside the rotunda, Cusick's father left. He went to go find a restroom. And then a short time later, he exited the building. The father exited the building by himself. This was approximately 11 minutes after he first entered. Then Lesperance and Cusick, the son, exited 4 minutes after the father. However, they remained on the Capitol grounds for 1 hour longer, and they left only when the police forced them to, when they forced people off the Upper West Terrace. They returned to the Capitol the following day, though, and they took video of the newly erected fence that had been put up the night before. So Cusick was arrested on June 24th of 2021, and he was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. As with his father, Cusick refused a plea deal. He chose to try his luck with a jury, and prior to his trial, Cusick went on several podcasts and right-wing shows, and he was talking about his experience on January 6th. On one show, Cusick claimed that he only entered the Capitol to use the bathroom. He tried using the excuse during his trial as well. And Cusick also had to admit to the jury that in 2018, he hit his wife in the face with his elbow. He was driving in the car with her and their infant daughter and hit her in the face with his elbow. But don't worry, because Cusick assured the jury that his elbow, quote, just coincidentally hit her right in the perfect spot for her nose to bleed. The prosecutor noted, though, that they were in an argument at the time that this happened, and Cusick was charged for assault, and he ended up taking a plea deal for disorderly conduct. So, yeah. But it was just a coincidence that she just so happened to report to the police. So, just another good, quote unquote, Christian striking his wife. Anyway, in July of 2023, Cusick was found guilty on all counts. And based on the most serious of the misdemeanors, Cusick was looking at up to 1 year in prison, 1 year of probation, and $100,000 in fines. This time, the prosecutor requested almost the full prison term. They asked for 9 months in prison, 1 year of probation, 60 hours of community service, and $500 in restitution. Unfortunately, U.S. District Judge John Bates presided over Cusick's case. He's one of those judges that's really been hit and miss, typically more miss, though. I couldn't locate any information about what was said at the sentencing hearing, but Cusick was sentenced to only 10 days in prison, 2 years of probation, a $3,000 fine, and $500 in restitution. A complete and utter joke. As I mentioned with his father's case, I would get it. I would understand if he had taken a plea deal, but he wasted everyone's time. And then he was found guilty on all 4 charges. So these decisions insult the jurors. They insult every officer who was at the Capitol fighting for their life on January 6th. I get this guy wasn't violent, but he, as others have done, and as I said, took attention away from the officers who could have stood in solidarity with the ones that were attacked, who were being violently, brutally beaten. So they're all culpable for the attack. Anyway, I will let you all know when and if I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you guys so much. Take care. Talk with you soon.